What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new MajorBin gaming video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day as always. Now, today we're talking about some PlayStation stuff, and they pretty much doubled down on not releasing single-player, non-live service games on PC day and date. They are not going to be doing that. They're going to be keeping those exclusive to console for at least, I don't know, a year plus before they bring those to PC. The PC community is pretty upset because they've kind of heard rumors recently about them releasing day and date, but I think those rumors are true. I think PlayStation was going to release day and date on PC, but I do think they've seen the sales of Xbox decline with what's been going on recently about Xbox bringing games to other platforms, and Sony is still very in an old mind of console sales are very important to them because they make a ton of money off the PlayStation Store where people buy games through that store. So, at the end of the day, they're not going to want to lose out on that. As much as they want to bring more games to PC and make more money, they still make a lot of money off of the PlayStation Store. And on the other side, I've seen very happy Sony fans, like you probably know xCloud Timdog, or now PlayStation Cloud Timdog, or whatever his name is. He's very happy that they're doubling down. He's a console guy through and through, and he really enjoys the PlayStation and wants games to remain exclusive to that platform and not be going to all places. And this just kind of affirms that they really are not ready to bring any PlayStation games to Xbox anytime soon at all, if they're talking about the way they are with just PC, let alone Xbox. Because as we can see from the comments here, these entire PC player to spend another $500 on a weaker system than the one they prefer to play on. Okay, lol. Yeah, if I'm on PC, I'm not buying a console just to play the sequels. Make it for the PC as well, and then you get my money. So let's listen to Herman Hulst, which is the new kind of interim CEO with, I can't remember the other guy. I've got really bad hay fever, guys. So it's this time of year again where I'm sniffing a lot. I sound blocked up because I am. Hay fever is horrible in the UK, and I don't like it. So let's just put the playback on 1.25.
Indeed, we are bringing our titles to the PC platform, and we have a dual approach here. On the live service side, we are releasing our titles simultaneously, so day and date, on PlayStation 5 and PC, but with our tentpole titles, our single-player or narrative-driven titles that are, as you saw in the presentation, the backbone of what PlayStation Studios has delivered in recent years and in our history, we take a more strategic approach, and we introduce our great franchises to new audiences, and we're finding new audiences that are potentially going to be very interested in playing, for example, sequels on the PlayStation platform. We have high hopes that we're actually able to bring new players into PlayStation at large, but into PlayStation platforms specifically. Actually, the same goes for the work that we do with extending our great properties onto other media, such as television series and film, for example, as you have seen with The Last of Us on HBO or Gran Turismo, the film, that brings in new players into our franchises as well.
There you go. There you have it. You heard it first. So, at the end of the day, I think two things. I think that in the end of the day, console fans are very territorial, or at least the ones we see, because that's all we can go off, is the ones on Twitter and YouTube that we see. The PlayStation guys are very territorial over their games. And this is going to give a big boost to those sorts of people. Now, if we go to Timdog as literally an example, he is going to have absolutely shouted about this. Console first, that's all I wanted to hear. I thought every game was going to day and date on PC. I thought they were putting their games on Xbox, lol. Those sorts of people, these heavy fanboys into console gaming, are the types of people who are going to be very happy to hear this, and they are going to want to stick around and play their games. At the end of the day, if single-player games like Spider-Man 2 come a year later to PC, does it really affect those PC players? Because they're still going to be able to play the games. They're not going to miss out. It's a single-player game. It doesn't expire. Those guys said they're happy to wait anyway, so they're still going to be buying the game. Does it make a difference? So they kind of got a good business model, because they release the game on the console when loads of people buy that game. Then they have a second boost in sales a few years or a year later when the PC guys get to buy the game. I understand if you're on PC, you probably want it, but those guys said they're happy to wait. So it's kind of the perfect business strategy for them. I'm a PC guy myself. I have a PlayStation 5 behind me. I play a lot of my games there, but I often double dip, to be honest, because I then play it again in higher fidelity on the PC later down the road. So they get 2 sales off me. Are they kind of working on the Rockstar strategy where, like with GTA, they release it on the console, then 1 to 2 years later they release it on PC, and they know that people are going to double dip? I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, the only part that confuses me when he said about sequels releasing, we've already heard God of War Ragnarok's coming to PC, so those guys aren't going to go and play God of War Ragnarok on a PlayStation and buy a whole PlayStation to play that game. Horizon, we've already got the sequel for that. Last of Us, we're going to get Last of Us Part 2. That's already been leaked, so those guys aren't going to buy a PlayStation. Like, surely they have data on this. I don't know, but I can't see PC guys ever, as you've seen by the comments, buying a console specifically to play these sequels when their sequels are literally coming a year later. Like, you've said it, so that's not going to work in terms of boosting your sales of a console. But I don't know, interesting to see. I'm looking forward to seeing what future stuff we hear on this, because I don't know if they're going to change their narrative going forward at some point again soon. Like, for example, you can see people are saying, like, Infinite Umbra, this strategy makes 0 sense, but it's like, well, does it make 0 sense? Because their sales of the console and the amount of player base they have on their PlayStation platform is so much bigger than the Xbox platform, and Xbox released their games day and date and are now releasing them on PlayStation. Is that strategy actually working for Microsoft? Because the sales would say otherwise. The outrage and people leaving Xbox platform that you see on a regular basis, if you don't, then wake up. Those people are leaving the Xbox platform to go to a PlayStation or a PC. So is their strategy really bad if it's actually working for the PlayStation fans that are very wanting those games to be special on that console, and they're selling more consoles, which means more games are sold through the PlayStation Store on that console? I don't know. I would say that strategy is working. It's what they've been doing now for a few years with PlayStation releases and PC releases, and I think that this is working because they have a huge increase, well, they have a huge amount of PlayStation 5 consoles out there. We still know there are a ton of people on PS4. Once that gets left behind, we're going to see more and more people buying PlayStation 5s and Series X's, but PS5 is so much further ahead in terms of sales. That's just how it is. I'm an Xbox guy. I love Xbox, but you can't deny that the sales are way further. I have all platforms. I love PC, Xbox, PlayStation. I play them all pretty equally, I would say. So, in the end of the day, this strategy kind of is working. Even though it makes no sense to you, that's fine, but it is working. There are PlayStation guys that are happy because they're getting exclusivity. Kind of works. PC guys are now getting to play those titles, which they've said they're happy to wait for anyway. They get live service day and date. Is there really a problem? Every PC guy will say, I'm not buying a $500 system, I will wait for the game. So they're going to buy the game. They're not like you're losing a sale because they said they're still going to buy the game. It kind of is working. Although it's scummy and it's kind of like, well, they're putting the PC players second, which they're going to, because PlayStation is their own platform. It's what they want people to buy, and it's what they want people to play games on, and it's what they want people to pay £70 for those games on PC. Again, I've done it so many times before. We can go to CD keys. I think this is the coming soon tab, but if we go to God of War, £15. If we go to Horizon, 37.59. Like, that game on the PlayStation Store today is still like £70. Sometimes you'll see it on sale for like 50, but it's never close to this. $7.99 for the first game. Like, games are so cheap on PC. Like, even CD keys, like you can actually get the game there for really cheap, which is really good. But I'm just talking about through the PlayStation Store, because most people don't go to CD keys on the console. They buy it on the PlayStation Store. That's just how they work. But at the end of the day, it's kind of crazy. And that's just the normal base edition. That's not even the Forbidden West Complete Edition with the DLC. So you're then spending, I think it's like $15 or $12.99 for the DLC on the console. So they want that sale on PlayStation. They absolutely do. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your opinions are. They've doubled down on this, which kind of gives those console guys, myself included, I bought a PlayStation, so I want games to come to PlayStation. I'm happy that they release on PC day and date. It really doesn't bother me. I'm not one of those people who it bothers, because at the end of the day, I'm going to play where I prefer to play, and that, depending on the game and stutter issues on PC, is PC if it's working properly, or is console if if there's some stutter issues like there has been with certain games in the past. So, or like a Last of Us port, like I'll play that on the console because it's just where it works best, right? So anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye bye for now.